Okay, so picture this. You walk into a huge sports bar, or maybe a casino. There are, I don't know, 50 screens everywhere. A giant video wall,
Mm.
all showing different games,
Hmm.
and then bam, they all switch to the main event at the
Yeah.
exact same time. There's no lag, no annoying black screen, just video.
Yeah, and it seems like magic, but it's actually a pretty serious engineering problem to solve.
Right, because we've all tried to run a long cable at home,
Uh-huh.
and standard HDMI is, well, it's basically useless past 50 feet. The signal just kind of dies.
It just falls apart. Exactly.
So how are these places pushing, like, 4K video across a whole building without it turning into a mess?
Well, they're not using HDMI cables for the long run. They're using something like this WolfPack 4-port HDBaseT Output Card from HDTV Supply. It's sort of the invisible backbone for these big commercial setups.
Okay, let's be clear, though. This isn't just a standalone box you buy, right?
No, and that's a key point. These are modules. They're cards that physically slide into a much larger WolfPack matrix switcher chassis.
So the switcher is the main brain, and these cards are like the arms reaching out to all the screens.
That's a perfect way to put it. The switcher is the brain in the server room, and these cards are the nervous system.
So if the HDMI signal dies so quickly, what's this card actually doing to get the game to the other side of the building?
It converts that really heavy video signal. It uses HD-based technology to turn it into data packets.
Ah, so it can travel over Ethernet cables.
Exactly. Just standard, cheap C6 or TAC C7 cable. We're talking 1080p, 60 frames per second, sent up to 220 feet away.
220 feet, that's
Wow.
that's impressive. And running Ethernet through a wall is way easier than a thick HDMI cable. But, okay, here's the usual problem. Power.
Right.
If I have a TV mounted way up high on a wall, do I need to call an electrician just to put an outlet behind it?
And that's the other brilliant part of the design. It uses PoE, power over Ethernet.
So the power goes through the same cable.
The very same one. It sends the power right alongside the video data. No electrician, no big clunky power bricks to hide behind the TV.
Okay, so that solves the installation nightmare. But what about the experience for the person watching? I mentioned that instant switch. At home, I change inputs. I get that, 3-second black
Roll
screen.
and shake, yeah.
Yeah. In a sports bar, that's a missed play. You can't have that.
You absolutely cannot. This card has what they call seamless switching. The rated speed is actually 200 nanoseconds.
Wait, nanoseconds?
Yeah. I mean, to our eyes, it's instant. The channel just changes. There is no black screen, no resyncing. It's 100 milliseconds max.
And does that hold up if you do something complex, like a video wall? Spreading one game across, say, 4 screens.
It does. The card has a built-in scaler. You control it with a little 8-pin DIP switch, so you can tell it to stretch one image or keep them all separate. It's how you get that Vegas sportsbook feel. And it handles all the high-end audio, too. Dolby True HD, DTS HD, all of it.
Let's talk reality, though. Hardware breaks, especially when it's running 24/7 in a hot server room. If one of these ports burns out, am I ripping that whole 50-pound switcher out of the rack to send it for repair?
And this is where that modular design is, a lifesaver. You don't touch the chassis. You literally just slide the broken card out, slide a new one in. It's like a blade server.
That sounds easy, but we all know how warranties can be. Oh, send it to us. We'll look at it in 2 weeks. A bar can't have a dead screen for 2 weeks?
So HDTV Supply has this policy, WolfPack Care Advance Replace. It's pretty aggressive. If a card fails, they ship you the replacement before you even send the broken one back.
Really?
Yeah, usually ships within 24 hours in the US.
Okay, that's actual job security for an AV integrator.
It is, and to try and prevent that, they stress test every single unit in what they call a 24-hour aging room before it ever ships.
Okay, one last thing. Control. High-end hardware usually locks you into, a very expensive proprietary software system.
The walled garden.
Exactly. Am I stuck with that?
Not necessarily. I mean, sure, it integrates with the big guys, Crestron, Control4, but for the hackers or people on a tighter budget, they actually provide the RS-232 scripts.
Meaning what?
Meaning you can write your own drivers, or a local developer. You can build your own control system, and you don't have to pay those big licensing fees. It's open.
So it's modular in the rack, and it's modular in the software.
Precisely. It's a real move away from these sealed, disposable black boxes we see everywhere else.
It really makes you wonder if this sort of fix-it-yourself modular design is a glimpse into a more sustainable path for tech, or just, a lucky break for us AV nerds.
Something to think about.
For sure. So next time you're at the pub, take a look behind the TV. You might just see that little Ethernet cable doing all the heavy lifting. Thanks for listening to this deep dive.